Katie got the flowers and card at work, a huge, sweet-smelling bouquet. Her coworkers crowded around, giggling and teasing. "Who sends you flowers and love songs at work?" one asked, eyes wide. Katie smiled and took out the CD from the box. She put it on her desk stereo. The song started playing, and they urged her to read the card. Waiting for the right line in the song, she read clearly, "When I give my heart, I give it all. Otherwise, I'll never fall in love. And the moment I feel it, that you feel it too, that's when I fall in love with you." Silence fell. The music got softer. Nobody said a word for a while. Then the women went back to their desks. Grace stayed a bit longer, gently touching the flowers. "And this guy's special," she said. "I'm jealous. Does he have a brother?" Katie smiled softly. "I got a gift from someone special today. Thanks." "The flowers are gorgeous," Grace said. Katie nodded. Grace looked at her like she saw something deep, then walked away. The office went back to normal. That day made Katie think maybe she had something rare, something real. But her mind kept drifting to one name: John Williams. John was her first love, her first boyfriend, the guy who took her to prom and was with her when she lost her maidness junior year. They were together through the last 2 years of high school, right up until the night before he left for college. He was always there in her mind, holding a piece of her heart no one else could reach. John went to Stanford for med school. Katie stayed in Florida, went to community college. They called, wrote letters, then the letters stopped. Calls turned into emails, then silence. She dropped out and got a job at Allstate Insurance. 9 to 5, typing, selling policies. Boring, but it paid. Her only break was evening walks with Lisa. Still, she hoped John would reach out. Then she heard from his friends he was dating a girl from college. That was it. No more contact. She cried for weeks. Still dreamed. What if he came back? What if she could be Mrs. Dr. John Williams? He became more than a memory, a myth, an idea. No one could compete. But time passed. Months went by. He never returned. She tried to move on, dated other guys. Nothing lasted. One guy for 5 months. Sweet, but she ended it, feeling guilty like she was cheating on John. It ruined everything. Katie wasn't classically beautiful, but had a natural, sensual vibe that drew people. She was 5'5", with long brown hair, usually tucked behind her ears. Then she met Tom. Tom was different. Joined the army at 18, 6 years in Iraq, Germany, Afghanistan. Infantry, combat hardened. After discharge, he opened a small auto shop near Katie's office. The first time he saw her, he thought she was fate. Katie and Lisa walked in laughing. Katie wore a white polka dot top, low cut, with a short black skirt and heels. Tom watched, stunned. "Hey!" Katie called. "Anybody here?" Tom came out. "What can I do for you, miss?" Katie said her car wouldn't start, parked down the street. It was late. She guessed he wanted to go home, but hoped he'd help if she turned on the charm. Tom paused, then said, "I'll get the tow truck and bring it here. Let's check it out." The girls exchanged smirks. They'd played this game before. At the lot, Tom popped the hood, saw the ground wire was loose. A quick twist with a screwdriver, and the engine roared. Katie smiled. "How much do I owe you?" Tom blushed. Seeing that smile is enough. Katie stepped close, looked in his eyes, kissed his cheek. "Thanks a lot." His face went red. As she reached for the car door, an idea hit. She turned back. "Want to have dinner at my place tomorrow?" My way of saying thanks. His eyes lit up. "Yeah, I'd like that." For a moment, Katie thought of John and felt a flicker of regret, but it passed fast. She liked this guy. He seemed real, trustworthy. She even guessed he wouldn't stay a mechanic long, and her gut rarely lied. She pulled a business card from her purse and smiled. "Call me tomorrow. I'll give you my address. Thanks again." Tom watched her drive away, still dreamy. He'd call her. Couldn't wait. Lisa pounced as Katie pulled out. "What are you thinking? You barely know him, and he's a mechanic. Not your usual type." Katie shrugged. "You know where he works. If something happens, you tell the cops who I was with. Besides, I'm sure he's okay." Lisa sighed, but gave in. "Promise me you'll call when the date's done. I want to know you're safe. The juicy details are a bonus." They laughed as they walked down the street. Katie told Tom to be at her place at 7 p.m. He showed up at 6:45, but waited outside, not wanting to seem too eager. When the clock hit 7, he knocked. Inside, Katie was cooking, stirring sauce. She heard the knock, checked herself in the mirror, smiled, then waited. Tom knocked again. He started to worry. Had she changed her mind? He knocked a third time. "I'm coming!" Katie called out. Tom breathed out, relieved, as the door opened. She smiled and let him in. He handed her wine and a small bunch of flowers. "Thanks," she said, putting the flowers in a vase. He watched her arrange them. She wore a white blouse, buttoned halfway, with tight black jeans. Barefoot. There was something about how she moved that pulled him in. He felt a rush for this woman he'd just met. Dinner was chicken cacciatore with spaghetti. Her own sauce. It tasted amazing, but the talk was better. They shared stories about their lives and dreams. Tom learned Katie had a college degree and loved painting. Her watercolor art hung on her walls. Katie listened as Tom told funny and sad stories from the army. She saw the pain in his eyes and felt tears come. Turns out Tom wasn't just a mechanic. He owned 3 shops, one for rental cars, one for custom jobs, and the one Katie visited, which handled fancy cars like Ferraris and Lamborghinis. He did all the business stuff himself in a small office out back. He said he'd stayed late that day catching up on paperwork and forgot to lock the shop. "Glad I forgot," he smiled. He told her about his house on the edge of town. Katie's gut was right. They ate, drank wine, laughed, played cards, and talked late. When the night was ending, Katie took a chance. "Want to stay a bit longer?" she asked soft. Tom looked unsure, then pulled her close. "I can't stay." Katie blinked. "Don't like me?" He looked deep in her eyes. "Katie, I do like you. A lot. I see something real here. But we just met. I want to go slow. Don't want Zex to mess up something good, and waiting makes it better if we ever get there. You get it?" Katie had never been turned down like that before. It didn't feel like rejection. Felt like a promise, something solid. For the first time in years, she felt good around a man. She breathed out, "Most guys who turn me down don't get second chances. But you might." "Yeah, I get it." That night, Tom tossed and turned, thinking about her. Her smile, laugh, touch. Katie slept like a baby, feeling like he was right there with her. Next, she called Lisa. "I kinda asked him to stay," she said. Lisa gasped. "You asked him, you just met him." "He said no," Katie moaned. "Dude, he must be gay," Katie laughed. "Not with the goodnight kiss he gave me." 4 months later, Tom knew he was in love. Katie had known from the start. A year after their first date, they married, small, with just family and close friends. They moved into Tom's house and started their life. The CD stopped playing, but Katie didn't notice. She was lost in the warm glow of memory. Slowly, she took the disc out and put it back with the card. Then she picked up 2 white boxes and the gold one. The gold and silver boxes held the most special memories. She opened the gold box. Inside was a CD and a card. This was from the morning of her wedding. The doorbell rang while she and her bridesmaids got ready. One bridesmaid answered and came back with the gold box, handed by a FedEx guy. They found a guest with a small CD player. Everyone gathered as Katie put the disc in. Holding the card, she took a breath and pressed play. Soft music played. The Times, So Much in Love. Katie read the card aloud. "When we walk down the aisle, we'll vow to be together till we die. We love each other so much, can't wait to say I do. So in love." Tears filled Katie's eyes, but Lisa waved her hands wildly. "Don't cry, you'll ruin your makeup," a bridesmaid joked. "With a card and song like that, if you chicken out, I'll walk for you." Katie snorted. "Don't even think about it. I'll be at the altar." "Not sure why I made you bridesmaid anyway." Laughter broke the tension. Makeup saved. Later, just before the bridal walk, Katie peeked through the church door. Tom stood at the altar, talking to his best man, looking sharp in his tux. Her heart swelled with pride. She felt lucky to have him and promised herself she'd do whatever it took to make him happy. That warm feeling faded fast. The smile slipped away as guilt hit her. She'd let him down, broke the promises to him and herself. What should have been a happy memory now felt heavy. Quietly, she put the card and CD back in the gold box and set it with the others. Her eyes landed on the first silver box. She opened it, read the card, then slid the CD into the player. Frank Sinatra's smooth voice filled the room. She was back at their first anniversary. She'd spent all day getting ready. Hair, nails, Brazilian wax, Tom's idea, saying he liked her baldness. She was at the top of the stairs putting on earrings when Tom came in. He stopped, mouth open, staring. Halfway down, she saw him drop the silver box. Cards and CDs spilled on the floor. He froze. then snapped out of it, picked up the pieces. In one hand was the silver box, in the other, a small jewelry box. He led her to the couch and handed over the jewelry box. "Happy anniversary, babe," he said. She gasped when she opened it. A dazzling diamond necklace. She asked him to put it on. Watching herself in the mirror, she smiled. It was the best gift she'd ever gotten. Tom's joy was clear. Nothing made him happier than seeing her happy. He pulled out the CD and put it in. "May I have this dance, beautiful lady?" he asked, taking her hands. "You look amazing tonight," Sinatra played softly, just like now. "Someday, when I'm awfully low, when the world is cold, I will feel a glow just thinking of you, and the way you look tonight." They danced slow, lost in love. When the song ended, Tom said, "Why don't we skip dinner and head to the bedroom?" Katie shook her head. "No way, Buster. I spent time and your money getting ready. We're going out." Tom grinned. "All I need is you. Forget dinner, we can eat later." She raised an eyebrow. "Didn't you say it's better to wait? Let the wait make it better?" He groaned. "Yeah, I did." "And you were right," she smiled. "So we wait till after tonight." He laughed, knowing he lost, but happily. Tom planned the night, and Katie made sure it happened. Fancy Japanese steakhouse, laughs at a comedy club, dancing and talks at a piano bar. On the way home, they couldn't keep their hands off each other. The wait worked. Katie smiled at that memory. They made sweet love that night. It was her favorite memory of their marriage. Perfect. She stood, grabbed the diamond necklace from her jewelry box, kissed it, and a tear fell. She carefully put it back, then returned the card and CD to the silver box. Skipping the next white box, she picked the second silver one. She put the CD in, and Nat King Cole's smooth voice filled the room with unforgettable. She thought of their second anniversary, a Saturday. Tom had gone out on some errand, but she had her own plan. She waited in the living room in a pale blue sheer negligee, with nothing under it. When Tom came home, she panicked a little. "Please don't bring a friend." He didn't. He froze the second he saw her. In his hands were two boxes, like last year. He placed them on the nightstand. When he moved to her, she put her hands on his chest, pushing him back gently. "Boxes first, honey," she said, smiling. He handed her a jewelry box. Inside, a diamond bracelet and earrings to match the necklace. "Put them on for me, please," she teased. He laughed. "You gotta give me the other box." Tom gave her the silver box. She opened it, handed him the CD without reading the card. He popped it in. As Nat King Cole sang, she kissed him deep. 2 hours later, they ordered pizza to celebrate. Simple, with wine. Not fancy, but perfect. Tom grinned. Better than last year. Perfect after a workout. Katie laughed. "Yeah, maybe we do the workout again?" They did. That night started a tradition. Workout, wine, pizza. They kept it up for months. Next morning, Katie found a postcard tucked in the silver box. Tom had typed the words in big block letters. "Unforgettable in every way and forever. That's how you'll stay." That's why, darling. It's crazy that someone so unforgettable thinks I'm unforgettable too. Her mind went back to that night. The pale blue negligee. Lost in the move. Never found again. She wished she still had it. It would mean more now. She closed the card, put the CD back, and returned both to the box. Her eyes moved to the last white box, before the blue ones. The blue boxes held pain. Not ready for those yet. Not until she finished the white ones. This box marked the end of innocence for Tom. Not for Katie. By then, she was seeing another man, the one she'd dreamed about for years. Her first love. John was back. It had been 5 months since their second anniversary, the night she and Tom made love like newlyweds again. But Tom had no clue his worst fear was real. John Williams, the fantasy she'd held in her heart, had returned. He'd been back 2 months. Starting a private medical practice, he needed insurance. He walked into Katie's office. He was talking to another worker when she passed by. John saw her first. "Kathy, is that you?" Her heart skipped. Years melted away. "John, when did you get back?" she said. He stood, hugged her tight. It felt too natural, too right. "You haven't changed since high school," he said. "Still the same beautiful woman. Actually, even more beautiful now." He smiled. "Why don't we grab lunch? Catch up?" "I'd love to," Kathy said. "Let me get my purse." They walked out hand in hand. She didn't see the looks from her coworkers, but they saw everything. The swoon, the danger. They all knew Tom. They liked him. Many envied her for marrying such a good guy. Grace was one of them. She didn't want to step in, but if Kathy broke her marriage, Grace wouldn't hesitate. Kathy told herself it was just lunch with an old friend. But deep down, she knew if John made a move, she wouldn't resist. She wouldn't hesitate to cheat. The fantasy pulled her hard. She wouldn't admit it, not even to herself, but she knew. After lunch, Lisa grabbed her arm and dragged her to the ladies' room, locking the door. "What the hell was that? You're married! You just walked out with some hot guy. Who is he?" "Just lunch," Kathy stammered. "An old friend from high school." Lisa didn't buy it. "People are talking. It ain't just lunch to anyone." "It was nothing more," Kathy said, trying to sound calm. Lisa sighed but didn't soften. "You told me you'd punch John Williams if you ever saw him again. Now you're hugging him?" "I didn't kiss him," Kathy said. "You liar," Lisa snapped. "I saw you kiss him when you came back." Katie sank into a chair. "I'm sorry. I couldn't help it." "He woke something inside me." Lisa's eyes were sad. "You're gonna ruin your marriage if you don't stop. I love you. I've had your back, but not if you do this," Katie whispered. "I know. You're right. I won't do anything to ruin my marriage." Lisa nodded, relieved but not convinced. "Let's get back to work." For weeks it was lunches and chats, then drinks after work, then date nights. Just when Tom worked late, John was calm, patient, no pressure. He wanted her back. Maybe not love, but he didn't care. The chase was fun. Being married didn't matter. When Tom said he had a week-long conference in Pittsburgh and asked her to come, she said no, couldn't get time off. Tom was bummed, but accepted it. He never guessed she had no plan to go. As soon as the plane took off, she called John. "Come over. Let's not wait." John spent 6 nights and 5 days in Tom's bed and Katie's arms. He was a skilled, practiced lover, cool and sure. The wine-fueled nights clouded her mind. By Friday, she was his completely. But the betrayal started earlier, the day he walked back in. Tom worked for months to win her heart. John did it in 5 days. Saturday morning, she made her choice. John was closing on a house in 2 weeks. Until then, she'd stay with Tom. But she was leaving. Her mind was made up. John left the house at 9 a.m. that day. An hour later, someone knocked. Kathy opened the door. No Tom, just a florist with a big bouquet and a white box. It had to be Tom's anniversary surprise. She tipped the guy, closed the door, opened the box, and found a card and a CD. She played the CD. It was a country song, 6 Days on the Road. The lyrics hit her. "I'm out of Pittsburgh rolling down the East Coast. My car's a little old, but that doesn't mean it's slow. My hometown's coming up. If you think I'm happy, you're right." She wondered how Tom found such a perfect song. He'd be thrilled to be home and want to celebrate. Just them two. She hoped she could hide what happened while he was gone. Just 2 more weeks to keep the secret. At 4 p.m., the limo pulled up. Tom stepped out, heart pounding. He smiled wide, then froze when he saw Kathy sitting on the couch. She stood and gave a weak kiss. "Let's go to the bedroom. Missed you." 6 days too long, he whispered. "I'm tired. Maybe later," she said, brushing him off. Tom's heart sank. "What's wrong? Who's this woman?" He put away bags, came back to find her cooking. He hugged her. She pulled away fast. "Not now. Can't you see I'm cooking? Leave me alone," she snapped. He stepped back and sat silent, his mind dark. Something had changed. This wasn't the woman he left. No talk, no touch. A storm was coming. Katie felt crushed, couldn't look him in the eye. She peeked and saw him staring out the window. He knew something. Not everything, but enough. What could she do? After dinner, Tom nearly dragged her to the bedroom. Needed closeness, proof things were okay. After, he leaned back, silent, staring at her. She turned away and cried. He showered, dressed, left. Didn't return till Sunday night. When he got home, she asked, "Where did you stay?" "At the store. Had paperwork," he snapped. "You didn't call. I was worried." "Got a phone, don't you?" he barked. That ended it. That night, Katie put the CD back. She thought it belonged in the blue box now, the painful ones. The night was a disaster. She'd betrayed him and planned to leave. Tom was starting to suspect. She opened the first blue box, only a CD, no card. Their tradition was broken. The box had come with lavender flowers, symbolizing distrust. The girls watched her carefully. She hesitated to play the song, not sure she wanted them to hear it, but pressure won. Bob Seger played. The mood shifted. The girls looked at her, judging. They'd all seen her with John. No one surprised. Rose broke the silence. Katie, what have you done? Katie said flat. I'm leaving Tom in 2 weeks, moving in with John. Want me to say it? Rose shook her head. Big mistake. Tom loves you. One of the best men I know. This new guy won't last. Stop before it's too late. He suspects, Katie whispered. Then it's your loss, Rose said and walked away. The room emptied slowly. Only Grace and Lisa stayed. Grace looked her hard. You really leaving Tom? Yes, Katie snapped. Grace nodded and left. Lisa stayed. You didn't listen. Don't come crying when it all falls apart. I'm disappointed. I've been calling, texting. You ignored me. Lisa turned and left. Katie sat stiff as a board, clutching the CD case like it was a grenade. She kept telling herself Lisa would come around, had to come around, once she saw how good things were with John. Yeah, she was sure she made the right call. Later that night, the air thick with tension, she shoved the CD onto the table and faced Tom. Kinda wanna know? Why the hell did you send me that damn song? Her voice cut sharp, eyes burning. I'm your wife. What's that about? Tom didn't even flinch. He leaned back, lips curling into a cold smirk. Wife? Funny. On Saturday, you acted more like some side piece sniffing around someone else. Didn't seem like you gave two craps about me. He flicked a glance at the CD. That song, the postcard, perfect soundtrack to what I was thinking. Katie snarled, venom dripping. You got it twisted, Tom. Dead wrong. His eyes locked on hers, icy and unyielding. Am I? You want me to spell it out? Because I'm seeing exactly who you really are. She couldn't answer. Deep down, she knew he was right. He'd hit the nail on the head. She'd had a chance to tell him the truth and let it slip. Katie realized she never wanted to tell Tom. Didn't want that truth to be real. She wiped a tear and gently put the box away. Her fingers stopped on the second blue box. She remembered it well. It showed up the day after the Bob Seger song. Left quietly on the porch. She looked around. Nobody there. She grabbed it fast and slipped it inside, planning to listen before John got home. Inside was a folded note. Not lyrics this time. A letter. Tom's neat handwriting carried more pain than any song. My love, I know you better than you know yourself. You were my diamond. Every cut, every angle. Or so I thought. Looking deeper, I see the flaws now. The song on the CD says what my heart screams, that I must be wrong. If I'm wrong, call me. I'd beg for your forgiveness. If you don't forgive me, I'll know I missed your flaws when I fell in love. Love blinds us. I wait for your answer. What will it be? Her lips shook as she put the CD in. Ronnie Millsap's voice filled the room. The words cut deep. She sat frozen, feeling every line. She didn't call him. No way. How could she admit he saw through her? That he guessed every lie without proof? But she knew he saw it all. She grabbed the third blue box, the worst one. Tom was gone more, sleeping at work, sometimes days away. The space between them was a canyon. Silence made it worse. Because Tom wasn't home, Katie and John had to sneak around. One Friday, she drove past Tom's shop. His car was there. Sure he wasn't coming home, she called John. All clear, she said. Wait at the house. What she didn't know, Tom was coming home that night. He'd spent hours picking a song and writing a card. He wanted to fix this, talk, save them. No proof, only hope. At 8:30 p.m., Tom locked up and drove home. Turning onto Kensington, he saw a strange car parked outside. Something told him not to pull in. He parked a few houses down and walked. He held flowers and a white box. The door was locked. Quietly, he let himself in. The house was too quiet. At the stairs, where Kathy once came down in a black dress, he heard voices, movement. The bed creaked. His heart froze, face flushed, then went pale. He swallowed hard and climbed the stairs, careful. At the bedroom door, he pushed it open. He saw them, Katie and John. The man from yearbooks. Her first love. The man she said was gone. Tom stood frozen as John moved in and out of Katie's body. They didn't see him. Tears ran down his face. His chest ached like his heart was breaking. He could have shouted, fought, but what then? Jail, her testifying. No, not worth it. He slipped down, louder this time, but no one noticed. In the kitchen, he set down flowers, opened the white box, snapped the CD in half, left the pieces on the table, grabbed the card, and left, slamming the door. Upstairs, Katie flinched. You hear that? She whispered. Nothing. John said, annoyed. No, I heard something. She pushed him off, grabbed her robe, went down. Seeing the flowers and broken CD, something inside broke. That box wasn't just a gift. It was a plea. He still wanted her. She knew now. He knew. Had he seen them? Heard them? She didn't know. She felt sick. She never wanted to hurt him like that. She knew leaving would hurt, but not this way. She felt confused. Why did she care? She had John. That's what she wanted, right? John came down, looked at the flowers. Pathetic, he muttered. He's a weak man, letting me take his wife without a fight. Katie didn't think so, but she said nothing. No point. Tom didn't come back for a week. John never left. He'd basically moved in. Katie stared at the boxes in her suitcase, thinking about the broken CD. She wished she'd kept it. Maybe then the other blue, black, and red boxes wouldn't exist. She put the next CD in. The last one. Roy Orbison's Running Scared started. She opened the card. No fancy font, just neat print. Just running scared. I'm not feeling well. Running scared. You love him so much, just running scared, afraid of losing him. If he came back, what would you choose? And suddenly, he was there, so confident, head held high. My heart was breaking. Who would you choose? And you turned and walked away and with me. But the card's last line wasn't that. It said, will you leave with him or will you stay with me? Katie remembered the box came on Monday morning. No flowers, no gifts, just a courier and a heavy silence. The girls gathered, burning to hear what Tom sent. Katie didn't want to play it or read the card. She'd learned her lesson. Blue box meant bad news. But the girls begged. Please, Lisa said, just play it. We won't say a word. Rose added softly, we just want to be here for you. Katie looked at them. Promise you won't judge? They nodded. She unlocked the car. Lisa sat front. Rose joined her in back. It was the same Toyota Tom fixed the night they met. Made it heavier. Katie opened the box, hands shaking. She played the CD, read the card silently, then passed it. Lisa read, started crying. Tom's words were raw. He didn't accuse, but you knew he hurt bad. At the end, he wrote one line that stopped them all. I hope you choose me. Rose read next, then asked gently, Kathy, what's your plan? I'm leaving with John Saturday morning, Kathy said. Rose nodded. Wish I had a man who loved me enough to ask me to stay, even knowing I cheated. Katie blinked. Rose, you've been divorced twice. Yeah, Rose said, sad. But if I could go back, I'd never cheat on Chet. My first husband. I've never been happy since he left. Katie looked down. Maybe, but I think John's the one for me. Lisa thanked Kathy for sharing. They promised to keep quiet. Kathy thanked them, and they got out of the car. At home, Kathy and John talked. Maybe just leave. Let him come back to an empty house, John said. He'll see he lost you to better. I can't, Kathy said. Tom's been honest, fair. I owe him the truth, face to face. If that's your choice, fine, but do it by Saturday. Saturday morning, 9:45. Kathy sat by the kitchen table. 2 packed bags by the door. Most stuff was already at John's place. At 10 a.m., Tom walked in like he owned the place. His eyes locked on the bags by the door. The hope in his chest just flat out died. He didn't say crap. Walked to the fridge, yanked out a beer, popped it open, and then, no joke, threw it right in the sink. He dropped onto the couch, took a long swig like he was swallowing his own rage. So, he said, voice low and sharp, I guess you answered my damn question. Kathy blinked, confused. What question? He didn't look at her. You're leaving with him, ain't you? Not sticking around here with me. Oh, she breathed, like the words hit her harder than she expected. Do you love that a-hole? His tone was mocking, almost cruel. Yeah, she said, barely able to get it out. He laughed, bitter and cold. Then why the F am I still wasting time fighting for you? I'm sorry, Tom, she said, voice dripping with fake regret. He slammed the empty bottle down on the table, eyes fixed somewhere far away. Well, the clock's run out. Time for you to get the hell out of my life. Katie froze. This wasn't the Tom she knew. His words were sharp knives. Hey, you gonna help me with my crap or what? He snapped his head toward her, jaw tight. Carry your own damn bags. Your call. Shaken, Katie grabbed her bags, dragged them outside, and texted John to come get her. She wasn't proud. She wanted to explain, soften the blow, say she still cared, just not like she did for John. She wanted a kind goodbye. But Tom made it clear, if she didn't want him, she had to leave. She looked back at the house she'd lived in for 3 years, once happy years. Then she heard a noise from the kitchen. Curious, she walked to the window and froze. Tom sat in a chair, back to her, shaking with silent sobs. Katie's throat tightened. Her strong husband, crying like a broken man. She raised her hand to the glass, but her wedding ring clinked against it. Tom spun around, locked eyes with her. Without a word, he grabbed her left hand, slid off her wedding and engagement rings, and tossed them on the table. They clattered to the floor. He didn't even look. Through the window, she watched him come closer, stare her down, then slowly shut the blinds. His eyes never left hers until the slats blocked her view. The hate in his gaze chilled her. For the first time, she was scared of Tom. And scared for John. John thought Tom was weak. She wasn't so sure now. She'd underestimated him. John pulled up, carrying her bags, yelling something crude at the house. Kathy felt relieved Tom didn't come out. She'd hoped for a friendly split, but that was gone. She shoved those thoughts away. She was with John now, her first love. This was their second chance. She'd do whatever it took to make it work. Back in her room, she put the CD and card in the blue box and slid it back. The irony hit her hard. She'd once promised Tom she'd do anything to make him happy. Now she'd said the same to John and failed both. She pulled out the next blue box. No card. She knew this one well. She remembered the song. Holding the CD, memories hit, especially of Tom's cousin Janice and her wedding day. Janice had looked her in the eye and asked bluntly, "Do you really love my cousin?" Katie smiled. "Yes, I love him." Janice didn't smile. "I hope so. I don't want Tom hurt again." "Why?" Katie asked. Janice sighed. "You don't know Tom's past, do you?" Katie shook her head. Janice said, "Tom's mom died when he was 7. His dad drank himself to end by the time Tom was 12. My mom, his aunt, took him in. Dad didn't want him, but Mom said family sticks together. But Tom always felt unwanted, like a burden. He never got over that." Katie was quiet. In high school, Tom had no friends, no clubs, no sports. He was a loner but tough, fought anyone, and won. Didn't get friends, but people left him alone. He's like a brother to me. Just saying his name shut bullies up. Katie nodded. He never talked about that. Said scars were from the army. Janice said, "Most are, but the one on his left side, knife wound." Katie blinked. "Knife?" Janice smiled. "He got that protecting me." "What happened?" Janice told her. "After his first Iraq tour, we went to the Dewdrop Inn. Rough bar. 2 guys hit on us. When we said no, they called us names. One tried to drag me out. Then Tom showed up. Took a punch, fought back, knocked the guy down." Katie whispered, "That's how he got the knife?" Janice nodded. "The other guy pulled a knife. Tom still won. He's my hero. I don't know what would have happened without him." Katie was silent. Janice said, "I'm protective. If you hurt him, you answer to me." Katie smiled. "Thanks. I love him more now. I swear I won't hurt him." But years later, that promise haunted her. She remembered the day that blue box came. FedEx on the Monday after her fight with Tom. No flowers, just the box. She didn't play the CD at work. After hours, she sat in the car with Lisa and Rose. Lisa asked, "So, what's the song?" "No card," Kathy said. "Just the CD." They wanted to know what it meant. Kathy told how she'd never really known love or acceptance till Tom. Back then, she thought it meant he loved her more than she did him. It didn't move her. Now it did. She played the CD. The Bee Gees' "To Love Somebody" filled the car. Katie didn't say a word. Tears ran down her face, bitter and hot. She could taste them. Now she got it. She'd been his light, the one thing that made him feel seen, and she'd taken that away. She put the box back and pulled out the last white box, the final one before the black box. She remembered it well. It came the Friday after the Bee Gees CD. She, Lisa, and Rose were leaving the office when someone shouted, "Kathy, wait!" They turned. Tom was jogging toward them in his usual tight jeans, blue shirt, and boots. He looked good, too good. Katie admitted it. And she heard Rose whisper, "If he was mine, I couldn't throw him back." Katie shot Rose a look as Tom reached them, holding a white box. "Hi," he said. His eyes scanned her from knees to face, locked with hers a second, then looked away to nod at Rose and Lisa. "You look good," he said soft. "Thanks." Katie said. Awkward silence. Kathy, I need to talk. Just 5 minutes. Can you spare it for an old friend? He said friend, not ex, not husband. That mattered. Okay, she said. Tom looked at the girls. You mind if I talk to her alone? They didn't move. Tom sighed, chuckled. Looks like I gotta do this with an audience. He faced Kathy. Please, let me finish before you say anything. I gotta get it out. She nodded. He took a breath. I know I don't have a degree. I'm no smooth talker. I never said enough how much I loved you. I let songs say it for me. His eyes got wet. I failed. I loved you more than you'll know. I was damn happy with you. I guess I missed that you weren't. Sorry I didn't see it or fix it. He handed her the box. This is my last gift. If it don't move you, I won't bother you again. No work visits, no home visits. If I see you on the street, it's a coincidence. If your car breaks down, yeah, I'll charge you. Katie smiled, thinking back to their first meet. Tom smiled too. Well, that's all, he said, stepping back. Then he turned again. One more thing. I want to thank you. We had 3 great years. Best years of my life. I'll always remember you with love. He looked at Rose and Lisa. Ladies, you showed me courage and loyalty. I'm glad Kathy has friends like you, but I'm surprised you think so low of me. His voice cracked on hurt. Do you really think I'd hurt her? He straightened. This might be the last time we meet. Let this be goodbye. I wish you both the best, that you find what you want and keep it. His voice broke again, but he finished. Rose cried and hugged him tight. He whispered, If anyone hurts Kathy, you let me know. She nodded through tears. I will. He hugged Lisa, asked the same. She said, I will. Without looking back, Tom walked off. The girls watched till he disappeared. He didn't turn, they'd see his tears. Rose said to Kathy, If you let him go, John's one hell of a man. Lisa said nothing. She dated John and found him arrogant, shallow. She never got what Kathy saw in him. She'd tried to support Kathy, but thought she was wrong. Told her once. It almost ended their friendship. Since then, she stayed quiet. The 3 got in Kathy's car. No card, just a CD. Kathy stared at it, hesitated. She asked, Should I play it? Lisa crossed her arms. Suit yourself. I'm out. Rose met Kathy's eyes. He opened his heart. You owe yourself to hear him. You owe him that. Katie nodded, put the disc in. The Beatles' That Boy played soft. Tom chose it carefully. It said what he couldn't. Someone stole his wife. John wanted her, sure, but Tom knew John didn't love her like he did. Even after all Kathy did, Tom would have taken her back. He knew John would hurt her. He'd seen guys like that. Users who take what they want, then leave. Kathy listened, but the meaning didn't hit yet. Katie didn't believe the words then. She wasn't ready to hear them. Tom's song was just another message she couldn't accept. He'd tried to reach her with lyrics and failed again. She put the Beatles CD back. She'd heard those words before, from Tom himself, and forgot. That made her feel bad. Her hands shook as she grabbed the first white box. Katie closed her eyes, her face flushing with regret. She remembered what Tom said when he gave her that box. She also remembered the day. It was a sunny Sunday morning. She and Lisa were on their way to the mall. Kathy wanted a new outfit for the picnic Tom planned later. They laughed, music on, windows down. Lisa teased. So, how's it going with your mechanic? Kathy glared. He's not just a mechanic. He owns a business. You know that. Lisa smiled. Relax, I'm joking. So what's up with you two? He loves me. I know it, Kathy said, sure of herself. Oh yeah? How do you know? Kathy smiled. I see it in his eyes. He lights up when I walk in. My car's never better. He has his guys tuning it, even when it doesn't need it. He just wants to see me. He waits with lunch, and God help any guy who flirts with me. I've broken up 2 fights. Lisa laughed. Sounds like he's hooked. Has he said he loves you yet? No, Kathy said. I think he's waiting for me to say it first. He's shy. Lisa raised a brow. And you? Do you love him? Kathy hesitated. I'm not sure. I think so. Hard to say? Lisa frowned. I won't work with a guy like Tom. You gotta know. So tell me, do you love him? Long pause, then Kathy said, It's been so long since I felt love. Not since John. Lisa rolled her eyes. I don't want to hear about John anymore. He lied. Left you. Didn't call or write. John felt lust, not love. If he loved you, he'd be here. Kathy said nothing. You've got someone here now. A good man. If he hasn't said, I love you, maybe he thinks you don't love him. If you want to keep him, decide soon, or you'll lose him. Lisa muttered, and if you do, you'll miss Tom more than you ever missed John. Kathy stayed quiet, but her mind raced. Later, she took her time getting ready for their date, a picnic in River Park. Warm Florida day. She wore flip-flops and a sundress. Tom brought a perfect spread, homemade food, wine, blanket. They laughed, ate, drank. A perfect day. Back at her apartment, evening falling, Tom kissed her. Kathy, I'm sorry, but I gotta leave early. Why so soon? She whined. We just got here. More wine? Talk a bit? Can't, Tom said. Got a meeting with an Avis rep tomorrow. Roadside assistance contract. If I land it, big money for the shop. Maybe for us someday. I get it, she said soft. Call me when you're done? He cupped her face, kissed her. You can count on it, he said, in that low voice she loved. After he left, Kathy changed into comfy clothes, t-shirt and soft pants. She flipped TV channels when the doorbell rang. Surprised, she looked through the peephole. Tom was there. Her heart jumped. She opened the door, breath catching. Did you forget something? Yes, he said, stepping in. I forgot you. Before she could say more, he pulled her in and kissed her. Then he stepped back, holding a thin white box, and gave it to her. Tomorrow, I'm meeting a big shot from a potential partner, Tom said. I'll talk to him like a pro. Confident, clear, but with you? I don't know. I can't say what I feel. He handed her the box. Hope this shows how I feel. Call me anytime. Kathy took it, puzzled. Watched him drive off, then opened the box. Inside was a CD and a note. She remembered that night well. She put the CD in. Randy Travis's voice filled the room with, Can I trust you with my heart? The note had just one line. Can I trust you with my heart? That night, without thinking, Kathy called him. Hello? Tom said. Yes, she said. What? You can trust me with your heart. I'll be right there, Tom shouted. Minutes later, Kathy opened the door. Tom ran up the stairs, scooped her up, carried her in, slammed the door. His voice shook. I love you, Katie, like I've never loved anyone. Katie looked in his eyes. I feel the same. That night, they made love for the first time. She hadn't said, I love you back. Not exactly, but maybe she'd loved him all along. Now it was too late. She set the white box down and grabbed the black one. The last box. The end. 3 weeks since she'd seen Tom. No contact, her promise kept. He hadn't reached out. That Friday, John got ready. Want to eat out? Kelly's downtown? No. Tom and I used to go there. Don't want to see him, Kathy said. John shrugged. There's a new bar on Easton Ave, near your work. I'll drive, pick you up at 5. Sound good? Sure, she said, half-hearted. That night, John waited after work. At the bar, Kathy noticed the bartender and waitress giving cold looks. They sat in the back. Then the door opened. Tom walked in, sat at the bar, ordered a gin and tonic. Kathy whispered, Did you know he'd be here? John smirked. Nope. She knew he lied. John stood. Bathroom. But he went to the bar. Hey, buddy. Didn't see you there, John said. Kathy winced. She'd told him about Tom minutes ago. Tom said nothing, sipped his drink. John put a hand on his chair, grinning. Don't be mad. She picked the better man. Tom glanced at Kathy, then John. Yeah, she picked you. John laughed. That's right. He left. Kathy sat frozen. Tom didn't deserve this. He'd kept his promise. Tom finished his drink, went to pay. On the house, bartender said. Tom walked to Kathy. That was low, Kathy, even for you. Did you like seeing me humiliated? I said I wouldn't bother you, and I haven't. He stared. But now I get it. You and him, made for each other. I didn't know, Kathy said. I didn't know he'd be here or do that. Please believe me. After what you did, I don't trust you, and I sure don't like him. John came back grinning. Still here? Tom's hand clenched. Kathy remembered when Tom taught her to punch right, his thumb tucked under knuckles. Just like now. Tom didn't move. John's face changed. A flicker of fear. A waitress brought drinks. This isn't the place, Tom. Tom said, You're right, and left. That was the last time Tom was in her life. John followed him to the door. Waitress looked at Kathy. So you dumped Tom for that idiot? This is the 3rd time he's done this. You didn't know? She shook her head. John asked, What'd he say? Before Kathy could answer, a man came over. I don't know if you remember me. I was at your wedding with Tom. Kathy blinked. No, I'm Paul. Was there with my wife. Kathy smiled. You dropped cherries in Tom's cup at the fruit salad. Paul laughed. That's me. How are you? Fine. He looked at John. I own this place. Tonight's meal's on us, but after you both gotta leave, no one wants you back. Kathy blushed. John laughed. Paul warned John. Tom won't cause trouble here, but if he sees you elsewhere, run. He won't be nice next time. John scoffed. I'm not scared. Paul smiled cold. Don't say I didn't warn you. Kathy ate quietly, mad. The food was good, but the night was tense. John planned this. Knew Tom would be there. It wasn't about dinner. It was to humiliate Tom. She liked Paul and his wife, but after John's move, she'd never come back. John didn't tip. That night, Kathy and John had their first big fight. He raged, mad she seemed to side with Tom. He's a weakling, John snapped. I just wanted him to know you're mine. Katie looked at him, her last hope in John breaking. Deep down, she knew if Tom fought John, John wouldn't win. She felt sad and relieved. Sad the past was gone, relieved she saw John for who he really was. She felt the pain she once caused Tom. Still, she forced herself to keep going through the boxes, aiming for the final red one. A week later at work, the agency door opened. Kathy froze. Janice, Tom's cousin, walked in, sharp-eyed and cold. You don't keep promises, Janice said. I'm sorry. Didn't mean this. But it happened. Janice picked up Kathy's nameplate. Still Kathy Holden? Yes, Kathy said soft. Janice dropped a case on her desk, pulled out a folder, tossed it in front of her. You've been served. Then she threw a black box on top. You stupid, cheating witch, Janice hissed. You hurt him. He's too good for you. He's broken, but he'll find better. And I hope you crawl back to him only to find he's moved on. She leaned in. Listen to that CD. It's beautiful, just like my cousin. Too good for you. She turned to leave when Grace called. Wait. Grace walked over, talked low with Janice. She gave Janice something. Janice smiled sly, nodded, then left laughing. Grace came back smirking. Lisa and Rose came by. Lisa asked, Listen now or later? Janice said it's beautiful, Kathy said. Let's do it now. She put the CD in. Soft piano started. The Dance by Garth Brooks. Looking back on the memory of the dance we shared beneath the stars above, Rose and Lisa cried. Eyes around the office glistened. Kathy didn't cry, but she got it this time. The song wasn't just regret. It was about loving something beautiful, even if it ended. About living the moment, knowing pain might come. She put the CD back in the black box. She'd see Tom only once more. After the divorce, she gave the papers to her lawyer. They split everything but Tom's business. He refused to share. She didn't care. She was going to be a doctor's wife. John and Kathy married a month after waiting 6 months. His practice grew. 2 nurses, a receptionist, an accountant. They sold her place and bought a house a few blocks from Tom's. John worked late a lot. I took the Hippocratic Oath, he said one night. Patients first, he grinned. Plus, they pay the bills. One Friday, his secretary called. Doc's running late, a few more patients. Kathy was bummed, but decided to surprise him. Made his favorite, chicken cacciatore with spaghetti, packed it up, ready to bring to his office. When she arrived, only 2 cars there, John's and one she didn't know. The office door was locked, no problem, she had a key. Holding food, she found it, went inside. It was quiet. She called out. No answer. Then she heard moans. Not doctor talk, something else. Heart pounding, she went to the exam room. She opened the door. There was a blonde woman on the table, moaning. John stood between her legs. They didn't see her. She screamed. What the hell is going on? They jumped. She threw the food container. It exploded. Spaghetti on the floor, chicken on the walls. The truth hit hard. Kathy slammed the door, stormed out, jumped in her car, and laughed, wild and shocked. The image of John and the blonde played in her head. Then the laugh stopped. Her hands shook as she started the car. Home wasn't an option. She called Lisa. Lisa, it's me. I fought with John. Need to talk. Lisa's voice changed. I'm with the girls at Easton Ave. Rose is here not drinking. Come meet us. Kathy hesitated. I can't. I'm banned. Lisa said. Okay, we'll meet outside. Park nearby. We'll come out. I'll be there in 20, Kathy said. Lisa added. One more thing. Tom's here with someone. Kathy's breath caught. I don't care. I just need you girls tonight. We'll be waiting. As Kathy drove, her mind replayed what she'd seen. Then she thought of Tom. That night, she'd betrayed him, how he must have felt walking in on her and John. Now she felt the same pain, the same shame, the same betrayal. Only now did she really get it. She had friends, but Tom was alone. He suffered in silence. When she got to the spot, she opened her door for Lisa and Rose. She was quietly crying. "What happened?" Lisa asked, worried. After a moment, Kathy said, choking, "I walked in on John with some 40-something bleached blonde on the damn exam table." Her voice turned bitter. "Getting serviced by my new husband." Lisa and Rose exchanged looks, not shocked. They never liked John. More surprised, Kathy didn't see the truth sooner. Rose said, "What goes around comes around." "I know," Kathy cried. "I told myself that all night. I feel betrayed, humiliated, like nothing. And the worst? I never felt this about what I did to Tom. Now I get it. The pain, the shame, the helplessness. I lost something special, and he must have felt the same. Now I know." Lisa and Rose stayed quiet. Kathy was already beating herself up. Finally, Rose asked, "So what now?" "I don't know," Kathy whispered. Then clearer, "I'm going home to confront him. What he did is wrong. It has to stop." "You want us with you?" Lisa asked. "No," Kathy said firm. "I gotta do this alone." They watched her drive off. Back at the pub, they went to the bar where Tom was ordering drinks. His face lit up. "Rose! Lisa!" "It's been almost a year, huh?" He hugged them. They gave light, quick hugs. Tom stepped back, sensing the cold. "Did I do something wrong?" Last time was good, he thought, but they were Kathy's friends. Lisa said quick, "Tom, wait. It's not what you think. Please, talk to us." He paused, then sat, but said he had to check with his date. After talking, she nodded. Tom came back. "Okay, I'm here. What's up? Why the cold?" Rose looked at Lisa. "It's not you, but we got bad news." Tom's face changed. "Oh no. Can I help?" Lisa looked down. "Maybe, but you might not want to." "What do you mean?" Tom leaned forward. "It's about Kathy," Lisa said soft. Tom's face blanked, then twisted into a bitter smile. He laughed. "Karma. Karma's a witch." He looked at them. "Why tell me? What's it to me?" "Nothing," Rose said. "Just why we came." Tom nodded. "Sorry, I jumped to wrong ideas. Where is she?" "She's home, confronting John," Lisa said. Tom's eyes narrowed. "Bad idea. John's a coward, but if mad, he might lash out. Won't hesitate to hurt a woman." Rose leaned in, eyes sharp. "If he's such a coward, why didn't you fight for her when you had the chance?" Tom was quiet, then sad. "I asked if she loved him. She said yes. Said she didn't love me. What was I supposed to fight for? Kicking him wouldn't make her love me. Would make her hate me. I might have gone to jail. No win. You get it?" Rose nodded, ashamed. Lisa asked softer, "So what now?" Tom shook his head. "Nothing. She's not my problem. But you loved her once," Lisa said gentle. "Long ago," Tom said. "People change." Rose looked steady. "I know you, Tom. 5 years. Heard from Paul and friends. You help people, even those who don't deserve it. You didn't leave Kathy even when she hurt you." Tom met her eyes. "Rose, this is family stuff, not my place. She chose. Maybe she'll fight now. Maybe he'll see. Maybe not. If she needs me, I'm here. But this? No." Long silence filled the table. Tom broke it. "Ladies, hope next time we meet it's for laughs, not this. If bad stuff happens, let me know." They nodded, watching him go back to his date. At the table, Tom's girl said something, and he laughed, but she slammed down her fork and scolded him. Lisa and Rose guessed he'd just told her about the affair and laughed at Kathy. She wasn't happy. Tom dropped his head, nodded unsure, and stared at his plate. When she finished talking, she put her hand on his, mouthing, "I get it." Tom didn't eat again. She finished quietly. After he paid, they left. Lisa and Rose sat, worried how Kathy would face John. They left the bar uneasy. Monday and Tuesday, Kathy didn't come to work. She called in sick. Lisa worried but stayed back. Had been burned helping before. Thought it was family stuff, like Tom said. Tuesday afternoon, Lisa called John's office. He was there, working. So not home fighting. Lisa left a voicemail. "Call me back. I'm worried." No answer. By Wednesday, Lisa and Rose said enough. If Kathy skipped again, they'd go to her. At 9:05, Kathy's car rolled in. They relaxed until she walked in. Her her left eye bruised, swollen cheek barely hidden by heavy makeup. Lisa and Rose rushed her to the ladies' room, locked the door. Lisa yanked off her sunglasses. "Oh my God, Katie." Kathy was calm but tear-streaked. "What happened?" Rose asked. Kathy broke down, then told it all. "When I got home, John was there, yelling, 'Where have you been? Who were you with? Why'd you throw food? She's a big client.' I snapped. 'So big you had to entertain her on your exam table?' Lisa winced. Kathy's voice shook. He lost it, said, 'This is how it's now. If I work late, you deal. Don't like it? Get out, if you dare.' She looked away. I nodded, scared. He told me to clean up upstairs. Next morning, still in last night's clothes, face swollen, barely me. Used cold packs all day. John gone. Came back Sunday, no word. She didn't ask. That night, he wanted Zex. She said no. Monday, he came home, showered, changed, left again. Lisa and Rose were quiet, then furious. "You need cops," Lisa said. "He kicked you." "No," Kathy cried. "I want this marriage to work. I destroyed one before. Don't want to fail again." Rose's voice rose. "He lay hands on you, Katie. Think that's the last time?" "I know," she whispered. "But I can't quit." Lisa stood. "I can't help anymore." She left. Rose stayed, snapped a quick pic of Kathy's face, and left. She knew what to do. Left work early, Rose drove to Tom's garage. Tom worked on a clean '64 Jaguar. He saw her, wiped hands, stepped out. She always thought Tom was good looking. Today, same. "Hey, Rose," he smiled. "Car trouble?" "No, need to talk, alone." His smile faded. "Sure, office." Inside, he sat at his messy desk, motioned for her to sit. He waited. Rose blurted, "Katie's got trouble with John." Tom's face went hard, then cold. "That's her problem," he said. "Good riddance. Shouldn't say that, even if I think she's a—" He stopped. "Look, Rose, what's this got to do with me? You remember when you gave her that Beatles box?" He nodded. "Yeah, didn't work. No call. She tore me up. Why should I care?" Rose showed him the photo of Kathy's bruised face. Tom stared. No feeling. "When was this?" "This morning." He handed back the phone. "Too bad." "That's it?" Rose snapped. "What about your promise to Lisa and me? If she's hurt, you'd do something?" "Call cops," Tom said quiet. "It's attack." "That's it," she yelled. "This ain't some random mugging. You told us if anyone hurts her, tell you." Tom leaned in, eyes hot. "What you want? Me to ride in and save her? Defend her honor? She had no honor, cheated, lied, broke me. Tell me one good reason to care about her pain." Rose saw past his hard act, the hurt man inside. "Because you love her," she said soft. "I see it." Tom broke eye contact, leaned back. "No, you're wrong. I loved her once, not now. Whatever's left ain't love." He stood. "Tell her to call cops. I'm out." Rose stared, shook her head, turned. At the door, she stopped and said, "You surprised me. Thought you were better. Never thought you'd let any man hurt your wife." Tom stood up fast, anger flashing in his eyes. "That's the point, right? She ain't my wife. If she was, I'd eliminate anyone who touched her. But she picked that idiot over me. I was her husband. She still chose him." He shook his head. "Guess she wanted the fancy life as a doctor's wife, not a mechanic's. Well, she made her bed. Let her lie in it." Rose softened. "I'm sorry, Tom. Didn't know how much she hurt you." He nodded, grim. "Tell her to call the cops. Tell her to get a divorce. She knows how." He sighed. "Sorry if I let you down, Rose, but I just can't." Rose left without a word. Tom followed out. "I'm sorry I bothered you today," she said, looking at his blank face. No answer as she drove off. Rose thought, Kathy really messed this up. I thought Tom would help. Now I don't know how. Kathy came to work Thursday and Friday, short-tempered and worn out. Monday morning, she walked in smiling, eyes bright again. Lisa and Rose pulled her into the women's room, locked the door. "What's up, Katie? What happened?" Kathy smiled faintly. "John got attacked Friday night near his office. The guy told him to apologize to me or they'd finish it." Lisa and Rose stared. "How do you know it was Tom?" Rose asked. "I heard John muttering in the shower, cursing my ex. Said he hit like a freight train." Kathy laughed softly. Rose's eyes got wide. "That was me. I told Tom what happened. Showed him a pic." Kathy hugged her. "Thanks, Rose. You gave me the push I needed. I'm leaving John. Tomorrow I'm filing for divorce. I'm moving in with Lisa till I get my own place." "Don't thank me," Rose said. "I didn't knock your husband." Kathy smiled. "Maybe I should thank him in person." Rose frowned. Don't. He hates you right now after what you did. Could get worse. I know, but I gotta thank him. At least that. That night, the three women walked into Easton Ave pub. Lisa first, then Rose, Kathy last. Tom sat at the bar with a gin and tonic, lost in thought. Lisa nodded at Kathy. Nervous, Kathy went over and sat by Tom. She saw his swollen, bandaged arm and scratched hand. She touched his hurt hand gently. That must hurt, she said soft. He didn't move his head but looked at her sideways. Not bad. It'll heal, he sipped. What do you want, Katie? Please, she begged. I just want to talk, not fight, can we? He nodded small, didn't pull away. She saw he still wanted her touch, even with the pain. I want to thank you for Friday night, she said. I know it was you. After everything, you still helped me. I had to thank you in person. I owe you that. She lifted his chin gently. You can't look at me. He didn't hurt you, not a scratch. Thought you were weak, but he was wrong, huh? Tom smiled bitter. Guess so. He pulled away, drank, stared ahead. I'm leaving him, Tom, she said. Moving in with Lisa, getting a divorce. I want to see you again if you want. I know I was dumb. You're my true love. I want us back. He turned slow, anger in his eyes, pulled his hand away. You want to thank me? No need. His voice shook. Did you worry about me? When you left me for him, when you left me alone, did you care? He snorted. No. You got what you wanted, a doctor, not some car mechanic. You used me. I'm in pain. My hands hurt. My girl left me for standing up for you, and I might go to jail. You'll be in some new guy's bed this weekend. I'll still be here hurting, so why don't you just leave me alone? Katie sat frozen, pale, shocked. Just leave, he said cold. She opened her mouth, but he cut her off with a wave. If you don't leave, I will. He jumped off the stool and stormed out, throwing Lisa and Rose a look full of hate. Katie was shaken. Her eyes begged them. Go after him, Lisa said. She ran outside, but only caught Tom's pickup driving away. The three went back to Lisa's. The room was heavy with disappointment. No one expected it to end like this. That night, Katie opened the last blue box. No note inside. She popped the CD in. Randy Travis's voice filled the room with, I told you so. She remembered that Wednesday night. She and Lisa found the box in the mailbox. No return address, just another blue box from Tom. On the way to Lisa's place, no one said a word. Everyone was thinking about what was inside. At Lisa's, Kathy nodded when asked if she'd listen. She couldn't talk without crying. Lisa put the CD on. Randy sang. And Kathy's heart broke all over again. Tom was done. No more chances. For the first time in a long while, Kathy cried hard. She let out all the grief, guilt, and empty pain from losing Tom. She'd been stupid to let it all go. Lisa had warned her. Soon after, Kathy quit the insurance job. The gossip and looks got too much. She took a low-pay receptionist job at a doctor's office. It wasn't much, but it gave her peace. She stayed with Lisa 3 months, then moved into a small apartment from a patient. The divorce with John moved slowly. Court made him pay alimony, and with her small income, she managed rent and bills. She kept calling Tom. No answer. Left messages, begging for a call back. Nothing. She sent emails, too. No replies, no read receipts. Then came Friday night. Kathy and Lisa planned a girls' night, starting at Kathy's place. Kathy picked up Lisa, and when they pulled into the parking lot, they saw Janice, Tom's cousin, and Grace, Kathy's old co-worker. What's their deal? Lisa whispered. Kathy frowned. No idea. I don't want to see Janice again, and why's Grace with her? Lisa held back, knowing why, but hadn't told Kathy. They got out and walked over carefully. Janice said, Hi, Kathy. Grace and I want to talk. Can we come in? Just us? Kathy narrowed her eyes. What's this about? I don't want trouble. Lisa jumped in. Why bother her? Why dig up old pain? Grace looked serious. I think Kathy needs to hear this. Please, Kathy. Kathy looked at Lisa. Lisa nodded. Fine, let's go inside. In the apartment, they made small talk, compliments on the place, but tension was thick. At the kitchen table, Grace spoke. Kathy, I gotta tell you something. You've been sending Tom letters and emails, right? Kathy snapped. That's none of your business. If I want to contact him, I will. He never said stop. Janice cut in. We're not here to hurt you. But Tom and Grace are getting married next Saturday. That hit Kathy like a punch. Tears filled her eyes. She couldn't speak. Grace leaned forward. Please don't call, text, or email anymore. I'm jealous. I don't want you messing with my man. Janice pulled out a red box. Listen to this CD. Sorry it had to end this way. You deserve to know. As they left, Kathy asked Lisa, "Did you know?" Lisa nodded, looking guilty. "Yeah, Grace told us weeks ago." "I didn't want to break your heart." Kathy put the CD in. The Shirelles' Foolish Little Girl played. Kathy cried hard. Janice was right. There was nothing left. She'd lost the one thing that truly mattered, his love.